Hi there, it's Colin here. Welcome to the Interesting Health and Safety podcast. Today I just want to do a very brief little chat just to talk about some of the things to consider with going back to work. You've got your people, you've got your staff, the people in the business that are going to be coming back. There's going to be a lot of apprehension. People are going to be a little bit concerned about getting back into the workplace. And so really it's just about going through a few stages, a few processes. And I think first of all is really deciding, well, can you actually carry on allowing people to work from home? Some businesses has had some enormous success with people still working from home. I think there's a lot more trust now in the amongst the workforce. People feel a lot more comfortable about people working in that environment because they've actually seen that it is effective. You do get results, and we can talk loads and loads about how you put in measures if you need to put in measures. But I suppose more, it's about what are people achieving? Rather than saying you've got to start at 9, you've got to finish at 5. Really start looking at what can people achieve at home, and and if they can do that, then that takes a lot of pressure off of you as a business person, because you haven't got to worry as much about their workspace, because it's their place at home is their environment, and generally pretty good, pretty decent. You obviously may have to worry about the DSE side of things, but again we can talk about that another time. If people are coming back into work, probably the second thing that people are going to be a little bit concerned about is the commute. It's coming into work, and where people can travel on their own. Obviously, that is better. It's not always possible. If people are going to be coming by public transport, there's still guidelines out there. There's still information that's saying that people need to wear masks. I recently went down to London and I had to wear a mask on the train going down. Once I got onto the tube, I had to wear the mask again. And to be fair, people were pretty much abiding by that. And it was actually quite quiet. I was quite surprised. It was 7:30, 8 o'clock in the day and in the morning, and the place was pretty quiet. But people are in an environment where they don't know the people that are around them, so they're going to be concerned about that. Once you get into work, some businesses are doing temperature checks, things like that, as people come in, and there's some success with that. I don't know whether they're totally effective. The results that you can get, by testing somebody, 1 minute and then test them again can vary quite a bit. So I don't think that the accuracy is quite there on a lot of meters that are used. But I think really it's down to people actually having their own personal commitment to the people that they're working with. And if they're feeling unwell, if they're not feeling right, it's about saying something. It's really about not coming in the first place. Or if they do suddenly start to feel a bit unwell at work, then to actually to leave. And you as a person in business should be allowing them to go, because you don't want if they've got an issue, you don't want them affecting the rest of your workforce, because if you've got 60 or 70% of your workforce have had to self-isolate, it can have a massive impact on your on your business. With the actual workplace itself, I think the next thing that I want to talk about is the surfaces, it's keeping things clean, the regularly accessed areas, so door handles, welfare facilities. If you've got desks, you may decide not to do things like hot desking anymore, because you don't want one person at a desk and then a few hours later somebody else coming in. Or if you are, then having good regimes in between to keep those environments clear. And if you can, have one person per workstation, whatever it is you're doing, maybe in a small manufacturing facility. Well, let's keep people on the same job, doing the same activity. And if you can achieve that, then great. You may need to do some kind of physical barrier. So again, if you've got offices that are quite tight, you may need to put some screens up between desks, or you may need to put screens up along the edge of areas where people are walking, maybe on routes to toilets, things like that. If there's some desks along there. And again, that's not just for the person that's using the route, but it's also for the person that's actually sitting next to that route all the time. And if you think about it, if you're in an environment where you've continually got people walking past you, you're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable about it. And so, one of the things, we've worked with some guys down in Northampton recently where we've really helped them to completely revamp their workstations and their layout of their factory. They make shoes. And what we've said to them is, let's go back to them. Let's go back to the people regularly. Once they've been back a day, a couple of days, a week, let's keep talking. Keep talking to people and keep asking them about how they feel about the environment that they're working in, because it's about building this trust. It's about building this this feeling that you are happy to come back into that workplace because you feel that the company has done all that it can. Your cleaning regimes are probably going to have to increase. So whether you do that internally or you get an external organisation to come and clean your workplaces, then again you just want to up the frequency with which that is completed. And I think making that job as easy as possible. So being really tidy, this is a fantastic opportunity for people really to start to actually have a little bit more pride in their workplace, a bit more pride in the environment that they're performing their activities and their tasks, and actually keeping them a lot cleaner, a lot tidier. Not only are you going to reduce the chance of slips and trips, but it's actually going to make it easier for the people who are cleaning the environment to do a good job, do a better job. So so they're the things that I want you to think. In summary, if people can work from home, then get them to work from home. If people are coming into work, then protecting themselves. Try and travel on your own. If you're going to use public transport, then then protect yourself on that journey. Once people are in the workplace, make them feel comfortable. Really good induction back in. Explaining what has happened. Just makes them feel comfortable in that environment. In cleaning your regime for your workstations, try and keep one person on the workstation. Improve the cleaning regime in that environment, and then regularly chat with people throughout the journey. Get them to really focus on their housekeeping. If you can start to get those sort of things working in place, I think we can have a real successful go at getting people back into the workplace in a way where they feel really comfortable about it. Hey, thanks a lot. Speak to you again soon. Bye now.